A game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David College with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Cornhuskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Huskers are facing third and inches. They'll try to sneak it. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Turning it on. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, I just wait for that zone.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Rushes on him. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone. 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Golden Gophers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to it.
Find space on the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Lost to throw again. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on the move. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The Golden Gophers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Tight end now in motion. Called his own number. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And you will always remember.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front to get on those defensive lines.
There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Bringing it back. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The short hands, it's Galladay. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Firing to the right, complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's got it. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jump. Makes the grab past the marker. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right half. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special.
Makes the catch down the right side. Lots of room to run. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Really nice job by the offense there, setting up the play-action pass. They ran the ball the last play, so the defense saw run action this time. A lot of guys bit downhill. The quarterback had a chance to find his target outside. He puts it up in the air. Receiver does It's his job. They connect for the long score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they... The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working on the right. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Snags it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to pound it in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? 2nd and goal for this offense. Here we go. Tries again to get it in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that running play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. Touchdown, Minnesota! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running behind that left side. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. Turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. About the only good thing that happened for the Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Powers through the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Giles. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Golden Gophers will have it first and 10. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense. Fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look at. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going right to work up top. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Missouri is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up by 24 over Florida State.
Got his man quickly.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, this running back has been the only guy who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll run the sneak for it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. On his feet at the 40. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Complete to the right. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Galladay. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. wants to keep it in the air. Got his man on the right. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They'll move the wide receiver. Using his feet. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Now improvising. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.